Yo, Prydwen updated their tier list and they have now added signature weapons. Isn't that insane? Also, they boosted up seed here. Kind of crazy, but yeah. So Prydwen updated their zenless tier list and now they have signatures or whatever the character's best weapon is. Now they have done a review and they said that a lot of people are using some sort of signature weapons on their characters. I think that makes sense. So now they are ranking everyone the criteria based on what they should be using or like what their best slot is. Like Trigger, for example, most people that play Trigger usually have her engine. So yeah, I do think they should still separate some things, but that's just me. Anyways, here, not much has crazily changed here, but there's some stuff to note here for sure. So we still have Miyabi and Yijuan in tier 0. I'm gonna be honest, I think Miyabi should still be solo in tier 0. I think she's just kind of like Miyabi is she's a undefeated threat, so to be honest. She's kind of just she's a god. She's a god. Also, I still don't like that they have primary, secondary support, because my GOAT Lighter, he's just the GOAT. He's a GOAT. All I'm saying, there's a stunner category, ain't nobody touching him. They might have to put all the other stunners in tier 1 and put Lighter in tier 0. All I'm saying. All I'm saying. Also, my scroll wheel broke. That's a classic. That's a classic. I usually fix this shortcut. I don't know how you fix your scroll wheel breaking. I usually like click around. There we go. So yeah, let's look at this here. So seed went up. This is including Sig, and the fact that Orphe came out does make sense. Sambi, when she gets her buff, Sambi will 100% be 0.5 as well, but Sambi doesn't have her buffs yet. They moved down Hugo, which is crazy. Kind of makes sense, though. He needs Lighter and Lycon, and on top of that, if there's ice resistance, because they're trying to hurt Miyabi, it hurts Hugo as well, which is unfortunate. But I have seen Hugo brute force through some of the ice weakness and still get 20-25 Ks on Deadly Assault, which is pretty nice as well. Other things though, Alice, I'm not gonna lie, another thing, if they're gonna have Yijuan still in tier 0, Alice should be in tier 0. I think Alice has proven herself to be a tier 0 unit from my testing, and especially with Sigs involved, Alice is tier 0. Now, I want to say something crazy. Evelyn tier 0 as well. All I'm saying. No, I'm not. No, realistically, I think no one should be a Miyabi tier, but if we are going to have people in Miyabi tier, I think Alice and Evelyn would be the people to move up there. I don't think Yijuan is allowed to match Miyabi without Alice and Evelyn also matching it. I don't think she got that much aura. I don't think she got that much juice and potency, you know what it is? She got the yams, but I don't know if she got the, I know she got the hammer, is what it is. Anyways, Sambi, Ellen, Hugo. I was saying this on my last tier list review, by the way, that Hugo and Ellen, I feel like they're about the same. And hey, it is what it is, I keep predicting. Jane, Piper, Zhuyuan, yeah, makes sense. Haramasa and Soldier. I feel like Haramasa is not that much better than Soldier. The only thing Haramasa gets is electric weakness now because of Seed existing. And it's probably, you can get more value maybe out of a Haramasa paired of Seed than Soldier 11. Yeah, Haramasa needs a buff badly. And then at the bottom here, it's just the, Nekomata and the 4 stars. It is what it is. Looking at secondary DPS, we have Orphe debuting at tier 0.5. She's a very good, secondary DPS for sure. Very nice. Doesn't really, I wouldn't say anything too crazy about Orphe, but if you are a Sambi player or Seed player, she does help. She's really nice to have secondary DPS. I was actually testing her in this current shoot defense here, and I got a decent clear with her. I think I got a 140 playing her with Evelyn against this, and that is with, I had Evelyn on her Sig, but I had Orphe on the, the 4-star weapon, actually, because I don't have another attacker weapon to put on Orphe. So I was actually surprised that the team still cleared pretty decently well. Now, obviously, there is an Aftershock buff helping out a lot, You are getting 60 crit damage from having an Aftershock agent on your team, and having double attackers makes you do 20% damage res ignore instead of 10%, but she was putting it work. She's putting it work for sure. Besides that, we have Bernice, and then we have Grace. That's tough. I wonder if they'll ever buff standard characters. I feel like Grace suffers very hard from being a beta character. Like, Soldier 11 suffers from being a beta character, right? But she still has lighter and everything. Grace really suffers from being a beta character. She has so much physical that she does in her kit if you're not doing her EX. Which I feel like is one of the biggest things since I got a problem for her. I don't know. I think her gameplay is cool as well. Yeah, anyways, on to supports here. Not much to say for supports besides I don't know why Nicole is not tier 0. Nicole should be tier 0 since the start of the game. She is still tier 0. I don't know why she's not tier 0. Trigger with Sig, I would argue, is tier 0. But if we're going to say just general use, she's not the best for everyone. But if you ever Sig, she is very good for a lot of people. I just cleared this Shu defense playing Miyabi, Trigger, Astra, and that doesn't even have Trigger's additional ability, and I was still blitzing through that jump. Now, obviously, I'm playing Miyabi, you know, who is literally Thanos, but that's just like a showcase of how crazy. You can also play Trigger with Alice. Now, I think Alice is another Thanos character, but you get what I'm saying. You could play Trigger with Evelyn, but the only reason Trigger is not as good for Evelyn is because lighter is Thanos. So, yeah. 100% Nicole should be in tier 0, but I would argue for Trigger to be tier 0. Next, we have Lycon, Penyu, Pokora, and Chingy. If they're going to do this on a patch-per-patch basis with Aftershock going up, actually, this is pretty good. I was going to say move up, but move up is kind of crazy. Yeah. I think this is fine for all these characters here. Yeah. Kind of how they have to be placed here. Once again, Rena, just kind of tough. Lucy, so many attack buffers now in the game. And literally, Orphe is better than Lucy at buffing attack now. Kind of tough. Then you have Caesar. Caesar needs a buff so badly, man. I feel like they don't know what they're doing with defense characters. We have 2 defense characters in the game. Or 3 defense characters. I forgot about Seth. Yeah, I feel like defense characters don't have a place in the game right now. I don't know, like, what they plan on doing with defense. Like, we got Rupture before we got any changes to defense. I feel like they got to do something with defense characters. Kaleda, she just stuns. Anby, she just stuns. Seth, he buffs Anomaly, but not more than, like, all the other buffs we have in the game. So, yeah, that's about all I really have to say about the tier list here. Keeping it quick, simple, and short, you know, all my thoughts. No 10-hour video, you know. We got a nice, 8-minute video right now on the dot. But other stuff here. Who do I want to be buffed? Characters to be buffed. I would love if they... Dude, if Zenless buffed standard characters, they would be so ahead of the game, man. I really want them to do that. I also want them to be able to let you buy standard characters in the shop. I feel like you should be able to buy standard characters in the monthly shop. Maybe it costs more than the weapons or something, but why can you buy a weapon but not a character? You know what I'm saying? Like, the weapons are better than the characters, realistically. So the fact you can buy the weapons but not buy the characters, I feel like you should be able to buy characters in here. Maybe like how you have this invitation gift, you know, once a month you get an invitation gift for a standard character. Maybe they want to make it more expensive, you know? I don't know, but I think you should be able to buy a standard character from the shop. Now, realistically, I just really want C6 Soldier 11. I'm so close. I'm so close to the full pits. I'm so close. I'm so close to full artwork. We're so close. Sweaty Soldier 11. Anyways, yeah, that's all I got to talk about for this Zenless tier list. Let me know what you guys think about, what you disagree with, agree with. I think this tier list actually... Nah, Nicole not being tier 0 is still criminal. And I have a lot to talk about for this, but yeah. They're almost in the right place on Prydwen here. Almost in the right place here. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Goodbye.